Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the HGP Sportscast. We begin with football. Fruta Conquerors crowned champions of Season 2 of the Stag Elite League after defeating GDF 1-0. In the third-place game, Buxton United won with a lone goal against Victoria Kings. You'll hear more in this report.
The game was played at the National Track and Field Centre, Lenora. In the third-place game, Buxton United battled with Victoria Kings in a tough fight. It was Kevon Durant of Buxton who scored the first and only goal of the game in the 33rd minute to seal the fate for his team. At halftime, Buxton was leading the rally 1-0. In the beginning of the second half, the teams continued combat, but Victoria was unable to score any points, leaving Buxton to walk away with third place. In the final match of the evening, a similar fate was dealt between the Fruta Conquerors and GDF Football Club. Ian Allen scored in the 13th minute, which secured victory for Fruta Conquerors before halftime. But try as they may, GDF could not seem to knock on the Conquerors' doors. GDF coach Bilal Nusentambo said they knew Conquerors were coming with vengeance, and they had anticipated this and tried to ambush them. And it worked, but they could not make use of their opportunities. The winners pocketed $1,500,000, second place club $700,000, while third and fourth place $500,000 and $300,000 respectively. The Big Four is a knockout tournament among the top 4 clubs from Season 2 of the Stag Elite League.
In basketball news, Jets captures Brush Basketball Foundation Classic Championship on Saturday night at the Mackenzie Sports Club Hardcourt, followed by second place Ravens and third place Colts. The 6th edition of the tournament was witnessed by almost a crowd capacity. In the third place playoff, Colts scored an easy win against Royals with a 90-75 victory. Shelroy Thomas stopped scoring with 33 points for the winners, and Harold Adams was the top player for the Royals with 23 points. Jets thrashed the Ravens and won 56-44 in a gruesome battle. Akeem Kanai was voted MVP of the tournament. Jets won the tournament for the second consecutive time. And in hockey news, Kristen Macklingham will tell you now that the Guyana men's hockey team grabbed silver and women gold to qualify for the CAC. Here's more in this report.
The Guyana female hockey team stunned the voluminous Jamaican crowd on Sunday, the 12th of November, at the Mona Sports Complex in Kingston, Jamaica, with a 1-0 victory in the ladies' final of the CAC qualifier. The women's match started slow and tentative, and as their earlier 0-0 pool round result showed, it would not be easy for either side to score. Guyana made some changes from the earlier clash in their team formation, which seemed to produce more productive spells of possession in the final. Despite both defenses holding firm for more than 3/4 of the match, the Guyanese pressure eventually found the breakthrough when a penalty corner routine saw the ball passed right and then back left for a shot. While the Jamaican goalkeeper managed to block the shot, Latasia Chung was well positioned to slam home the lone goal of the match. The Guyanese men, however, had to settle for silver after a disappointing end to the men's competition, which had to be cancelled after 20 minutes of play due to faulty issues with the field lights. Since Jamaica had the edge of Guyana in the pool round by 3-2, they were adjudged the winners. The GHB president lamented the misfortune of the men's side, stating that he was confident they could pull off the victory in the final. The gold and silver, nevertheless, have qualified both teams for the CAC Games in Barranquilla, Colombia in July 2018. And this means there is not a moment to spare as time is short and the teams would need to perform even better to medal at an event of that level. Puerto Rico secured the bronze in both competitions and will be the first reserve country, if any other is unavailable, to participate. Reporting for HGP Sport, I am Kristen Macklingham.
In cricket, former West Indies left-hander Shivnarine Chandrapal carved out a phenomenal 77 first-class 100 as he rescued Guyana Jaguars and forced a draw on the final day of their regional 4-day contest against the Leeward Islands Hurricanes on Sunday. Here are the details.
Starting the day on 53 for 2, still requiring 153 runs to avoid an innings defeat, the Jaguars depended on 43-year-old Chandrapal, who hit a stellar 109 as the visitors rallied to 305 for 7 deep in the final session to frustrate the Hurricanes. Wicketkeeper Anthony Bramble chimed in with an unbeatable 57, captain Leon Johnson got 41, and fellow left-hander Vishal Singh 35. Off-spinner Terrence Ward 2 for 43 and leg spinner Nkrumah Bonner 2 for 52 both finished with 2 wickets each, but the Hurricanes failed to conjure up the incisive spell that would hurt the Jaguars. Versamy Permal was LBW in the morning's 6th over to 1 from seamer Jeremiah Lewis, which kept low, and Johnson 27 not out at the start. Felled with the score at 79 when he edged a cut at Bonner to Rakeem Cornwell at slip. The enduring Chandrapal then arrived to anchor 2 stands which erased any lingering doubts over the result. Firstly, he added 63 for the 5th wicket with Vishal before putting on 125 for the 6th wicket with Bramble. Chandrapal in his first match of the season faced 144 balls in just 2 3/4 hours and stroked 11 fours and 2 sixes. He passed 27,000 first-class runs when he reached 70 and completed 3 figures off a mere 132 deliveries. Vishal was finally LBW to off-spinner Cornwell after spending 2 hours at the crease and hitting 2 fours, while Bramble crunched 4 fours and 3 sixes in a positive 92-ball knockout. Chandrapal and Kemopal 0 fell in the space of 11 balls to leave Jaguars 275 for 7, but Bramble and Sharfane Rutherford, 22 not out, put on a further 30 in an unbroken 8-wicket stand to make the game safe.
And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Before we go, always remember, adversity causes some men to break and others to break records. Goodbye.